Hey guys, Kysen here, obviously, with a very different video today. Now, I know that from the thumbnail or title, however I end up doing this, some of you will be interested in the whole name reveal thing. And it's true, I am going to be doing a reveal of my real name, and that's going to be something that's happening very soon. I'm going to do it on stream, and I will talk more about that near the time. I figured it'd be better to do like a stream event rather than just in this video be like, oh hey, my name's, it's not as fun. So if you want to like keep posted about that and stuff, my Discord link in the description is the place to go for that. I thought I'd clear that up first so that if anyone's here, they're not going to be like, oh, this is so clickbait, he didn't do a name reveal. That's how you do that. You don't have to watch anymore from this point. So if you are still here, and hopefully there are at least a few people still here, yeah, it's kind of a celebration at the moment. My channel is about to turn 5 years old. So yeah, it's really weird actually. So basically on the 15th of January is the 5 years since I created my channel. And then on the Monday, the 17th is 5 years since my first ever video. And it's really crazy to think, when I first started my YouTube, I honestly, there was a part of me that always hoped I would get to the point I'm at where I could essentially pay my bills through doing content creation. But obviously it's not something you ever expect. And until recently as well, it wasn't a thing for me. Obviously, last year was a big year for my channel, so I'm still coming to terms with all of that. In today's video, I haven't planned anything. I just wanted to talk for I guess from the heart. Sounds a bit corny, but just rather than writing stuff down and planning it, the idea is that this video is so different to anything I normally do, and we're just going to take a look back at some pivotal things over the last 5 years, and it'd be like just me rambling a lot probably. So apologies for that. Hopefully though, some of you at least will find this kind of entertaining and something a bit different. And yeah, I guess let's get on with it. So firstly, there are a few different people I want to mention, and I don't know what order I'm doing this in, but up in front of me right here, I've just had a look through my channel and like my oldest videos, and I realized something. I did Let's Play videos for 5 Let's Play videos, and then I did Pit Forge, and that is, it was Minecraft server back in the day. And this guy called Hunter, who used to do YouTube himself and is now developing his own game, which is awesome, by the way. He kind of found me within my first 4 videos, which at that point had like maybe 10 views between them. And he was like, look, I like your content. I know you're new and stuff, but would you look at joining a server with me? And in the early days of YouTube, he really helped me a lot in terms of like learning how to get subscribers and make better content. And also the Pitforge thing with other content creators. We were all just small content creators. Although at the time, I think he had like 500 plus subs, which to me was like, oh my God, he's a giant. And I'm playing with him. This was so cool because I had like 3 subs or something. So, but it was great fun. And without him, I often wonder if I would have stuck to YouTube, because I do love making content, genuinely. Like the whole process is really enjoyable. But I think those progressions you get along the way, where all of a sudden you learn how to get more subscribers and more views and stuff, and your channel like does these little jumps every now and again. They're really motivating to be like, you know what, I'm doing something right, or people are appreciating what I do, and it kind of drives you on. And he helped me, excuse me, he helped me so much in the early days to understand all that stuff and learn how to do better at YouTube. So a big thank you to Hunter. If you're watching this, mate, all the best, and I hope the game goes great for you. I look forward to playing it and hopefully making a bit of content on it when it is out. So the next 2 people I want to talk about are 2 people that have been in my community essentially forever, right? When I think about all my history, they're always part of it. I think both of them found me when I was incredibly small. I don't know the exact number of subscribers and whatever, but I would say certainly within the first like 6 months of me actually making content on YouTube. So that means we've had about 4.5 years. Well, they've put up with me for about 4.5 years, which is in itself quite astounding. And that is Ash and Haley. So Ash, first of all, now I should mention actually, there was a video made. I think Haley organized this because she's the one who sent me the link, with just a load of different people that have basically just said a congratulations sort of message to me for the 5 years of the channel. Ash and Haley are both on there, as are a load of other people, which I will talk about. I'll put a link to that video in the description. I think that's a good place for it because it's like a private video. It's not like listed, but if you're still watching this video, you're probably a reasonably interested party within my community, and it might be something you want to see. Yeah, I mean, I commented on that video and said it made me cry. It was so heartwarming. I'm going to do a special thank you to those guys in a different video in my Discord, but I thought I'd mention it in this one as well. So Ash, Ash, like, not only has been there forever, she was my first ever Patreon, which is huge. It really is, because I started making content, and obviously on YouTube, the content you make is free for people to watch, right? I mean, sure, you guys might have to put up with an advert or two or whatever, but you don't have to spend any money to watch. So for then someone to go above and beyond to an external site and donate any of their hard-earned money to support what I do is amazing. I mean, throughout my life in different capacities, I've kind of wanted to be in the entertainment industry in different forms. And I mean, essentially, I guess that's what I do. I do a lot of tutorials, but I don't know. I don't think there's a tutorial industry, so I think it's all part of the same thing. But it's that whole concept of people giving you their money in order for whatever. But it's a bit different, like paying to go and see a show or something. Like the fact that it's optional on Patreon, right? It's just an extra thing you can do if you want. And Ash did that. It meant a lot to me, right? And I was like, I will never forget this person being my first. Little did I know, 4.5 years later, she would still be on my Patreon, supporting me all of that time, which is insane, you know, to have such a long-term supporter. So obviously, Ash, a huge thank you for that. It's been fantastic as well. She says in the video that I talked about, I'm going to link, about how she was like 16 when she joined, and so now she's like, you know, 21, and it, you know, so that's pretty crazy, right? Because she kind of grew up within this community almost, and has become one of my admins and someone who makes my life so much easier for all the hard work she does. So thank you for all the hard work as well as all the support, Ash. It's fantastic. I hope one day I get to meet you in person. It's kind of the strange thing about the people you meet doing this. It's all online. And, you know, there's so many people, to be honest, in the community that I would love to hang out with. I think I'd have a great time with. But yeah, anyway, I digress. Thank you so much, Ash, for everything. And as you said, here's to the next 5 years. So then there's Haley as well. Again, been here, like I say, about the 4.5 years, around that mark. And she is another person who makes my life a lot easier. And couldn't imagine doing stuff without her on YouTube. Same as Ash, you know, they're both admins now and stuff, and they help me out immensely. It was great as well to know that, you know, you've enjoyed this community and felt at home in this community, and it's kind of, as you said in your video, you know, encourage you to come out and do a little bit more things like with your streaming and that sort of thing, which is great. It's nice to know that you feel comfortable. I think, yeah, the community we have really does have that. I like to think, at least, you know, people tend to feel really like safe and at home there, and it's just a really nice thing to have created. Again, you know, just so many memories with Haley, different Minecraft things. Just it's hard to put into words because it's been such a long time, but I know that Haley knows and that I know, and when we chat sometimes we'll reminisce about these things. But Haley, thank you so much for all your support. Haley might not have been my first Patreon, but she's certainly been a very prominent donator on Patreon and Twitch and YouTube and like everywhere else, and sends me things in the mail, which is cool. In fact, some of the stuff here behind me, you know what? Let me show you a couple of things. All right, 2 things to show you. This one, the first one's from Ash, because I didn't mention this when I talked about Ash, but she sent me this, right? Which is an old school Game Boy black and white thing, but it's like Kysen branded. It's got the red K there, and it's a red and black thing. I absolutely love this. I mentioned, you know, when I've been streaming and stuff, I used to do a lot of like gaming. This is kind of how I got into gaming, like originally, I suppose, as a kid, was through one of these things, doing all the old Pokemon games on there. So to have like a personalized one that was made for me and sent to me is awesome. So I love that. Thank you, Ash. Haley sent me this, which is the Wizard of Oz DVD. I will watch it one day. I've still not got around to watching it. I feel bad. She sent me a lot of food as well, but I can't show you that because I've already eaten it, obviously. A lot of American food, which was very appreciated. But yes, I've never seen The Wizard of Oz. I get a lot of stick for this from people, but I will watch it one day, Haley. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Big thank you to Haley and Ash, basically, and those are some of the gifts that they've sent me. So in terms of talking about people, there are honestly just so many people I could mention here for different reasons. So many people that have come in and out of the community, or newer people, and some more older people that have just been there for a long time. So I could honestly make a whole video about that, but I figure it's probably not overly interesting for everyone to watch. I do want to say a big thank you to like the staff team who just helps out behind the scenes on my channel and volunteers a lot of their time and effort to just make sure that people in the community are like safe and looked after and get the things they need and all that sort of stuff. So, you know, that edit, Phoenix, Glitter, D, obviously I mentioned Ash and Haley already, Meko, we got new guy Cal now, Tatiana and Rohan, who do a lot of the like Valheim style stuff. All of you guys, thank you so much. I'm dreading the thought that I've missed someone out. I really don't think I have, but yeah, hopefully not. Thank you all so much. I am going to do a video for my community, which will be just on my Discord, and I'm going to do a much bigger mention to everybody there. But I had to just mention certain people in this video because I really do appreciate everything they do. So I would also like to thank my family who have been incredibly supportive of my chosen career. It was difficult at times because we have a family business, and I decided I wanted to step away from that a bit to concentrate more on the YouTube side of things, which is obviously a difficult conversation, but they took it really well. They've always been incredibly supportive of me, and I just want to say a quick thank you to them in this video. Yeah, just wanted to do that because it felt right to make a mention of that, given that we're here now at the 5-year mark and it is a special video. So thank you very much to all my family and friends in real life who have been supportive and helped me through. You guys are the best. Okay, so now we have the bit that I'm sort of dreading, not really, a little bit, but we're going to go look at some of my really old videos, and we'll start with my first video. Just first thing to say is the thumbnail for this video. You can see my thumbnails have come on a long way. Also, this video like didn't have a thumbnail for like the first year it was out, and I went back and retrospectively added thumbnails to some of these videos because yeah, I didn't used to do them. Anyway, let's go have a look and see how this all started.
Hi guys, welcome to episode 1 of a brand new Let's Play series with me.
Sorry, this is so cringe already. I can barely hear myself. I've actually got the sound up to full. Hopefully you guys hear this okay. Maybe when I'm editing I can put a bit in. Just a bit of context for this video as well. I'd been doing this Minecraft world, and I'd built what I thought was some pretty cool things. And to be honest, to this day, I still think some of the things I did were cool. And I was like, well, I want to do a YouTube channel. I don't want to start over. I'll lose all that work, all that hard work, right? So I was like, I'm just going to start with a world tour for episode 1, show people what I've built. I was expecting to get all the, yeah, sure, you built all that legit. You know, I did, honestly, but yeah. But yeah, so, and I was like, I'll make a video like that. So I'll try and skip ahead of the video and see if we can find some of this cool stuff. Okay, so here we go. So this here was the wheat farm. This I was really proud of. I really like to have a wheat farm with a windmill and stuff. Let's take a little look at this one. Oh yes, guys, scarecrows. It was looking pretty sexy, this thing. Wow, it's so nostalgic actually looking through this, like, just that world, I remember it quite well actually, because I did spend a huge amount of time on it. It was like the first world I was like, you know what, I'm actually going to put some effort in. I used to just build stuff like that looked rubbish but was functional. I was like, you know what, let's try and make stuff that looks a little bit better. And also the nostalgia of actually, you know, starting YouTube. There we go, January 17th, 2017. That's so weird to me. Okay, so here we have a town. And what I actually did in the next couple of episodes I made or whatever is every subscriber, I named a building in the town after them. So they got a little sign above a door and that was their thing. Then after that got like, I was starting to get some traction, get a few more subs, and I couldn't do like a building for every one. I had a mine shaft, which I'll try and find later on this video. And above each door of the little mines, the little strip mines going off, we had a little name for the subscribers there as well, just as like a little thank you for them.
Just gonna turn the sound down.
Oh, my videos are so bad. It's so hard to watch. You know, for those of you who don't know, the whole Kysen thing was about this philosophy of continuous improvement. There's a Japanese philosophy, K-A-I-Z-E-N. I feel like anyone watching this video, a lot of you probably already know this, so I don't want to like bore you to tears. But so I basically, that was why I chose the name. And I knew that my channel wasn't going to be great straight away, and I would hopefully get better over time. But I haven't watched these videos ever. So like, I think maybe I did when I first uploaded them. I'd keep clicking on them just to see how they were, how many views they'd had. And it got like 12 views overnight. And I was like, oh my God, 12 views. I was so happy. But yeah, so it's a little cringy to watch this stuff. It really is. Okay, so this is the mine shaft I was talking about, where I put subscribers' names above. Because this is the first episode, there aren't any here yet. But if you were to watch like a few episodes on in this series, then they're in there. But this is what this looked like.
Find out whether there was one that looked better than the rest. And having looked through a lot of different ones, I eventually just decided that I really like ethos. So
there we go. I literally mentioned etho right there. So again, this mine shaft, It looks a lot like Ethos, funnily enough. Funny that. Let me see what else we got going on here. You know what? There's nothing else really of interest for that one, I don't think. So let's go back. Let's have a look now. Let's see. This is the first ever Pit Forge episode I did. Kind of a pivotal moment to say I met Hunter because of this. And let's just take a look, because why not?
Hello everybody, and welcome to a brand new series with me, Kysen. Today we're starting off...
It sounds like a different person talking. Oh my God. Oh, look at it. 120 views in 5 years. 14 likes. Smash like. Everybody go there. Smash like. No, don't, because they might get back in the algorithm and then people will see it, and I don't want that. I honestly left these videos up because they're actually a memory for myself, right, of different things that happen. And I kind of like to just go back and have a look and like sometimes to see how far I've come, right? I've never watched them as much as I've watched this. I usually watch like a few seconds of them and then it's so cringe I have to turn off, but it's a good reminder. But also another reason I left them up, because I could have just left them unlisted and I could still see them myself, but I left them public, was because a few people have said to me, you know, they started doing YouTube videos or streaming or whatever because they've watched my stuff and it inspired them to get into doing that, which is awesome. I really like that I was able to do that for some people, particularly if you're enjoying it, you know, that's great. But the good thing is you can go back and look at where I started and be like, you know what? I don't have to be that good when I start out. I can be really, really rubbish when I start out and it'll be okay. I can get better, whatever, right? So that was why I left it up here. But let's see, this is Pit Forge. Okay, so I think the whole point of this episode was I made like a mining hub, right? I'm going to try to skip on to that bit.
Down here, this is my strip mine. What I do is I flick the lever there and you'll see now that that is turned on. So if I place a chest, a minecart chest down in there,
I mean, this was actually quite a smart build. I was quite pleased with this at the time. It was quite like efficient in terms of a mining thing. I could get my mine stuff, put it in there, send it home. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, I uploaded that one on Valentine's Day. So clearly, for the last 5 years, you know, my dating life has been about the same. It's Valentine's Day. Do we go out to dinner with sexy ladies? No. Upload Minecraft video. So what I like to do now, I want to try and find like my first video that actually did something of interest in terms of views, which is, let me see if I can find this. All right, guys, this is the video right here. See this one over here? Tutorial, connection reset by peer solution, 55,000. Now, I have some videos before that. I've got some here that did thousands, which like you can see like normal video, 98 views, tutorial, 4,700. And like, so they were way ahead. But the first one that I actually noticed that was doing good was this one, tutorial for connection reset by peer. So now you see why I started to get into doing tutorials, because I was like, people actually watch these. That might be fun. What if I made YouTube videos and other people watched them? It's like I did normal video, 131 views, tutorial, 55,000. Normal video, 159. So yeah, that's why I got into doing them. And again, these tutorials just came from me struggling with different things. So there's one here about how to use lightning command on a Minecraft server to like zap your friends. It took me a while to figure out, so I made a video on it. And it's the same with this here. A lot of it was server stuff. I'd had this Kysen craft server back in the day. Oh, that is such nostalgia, the Kysen crafts. Oh my goodness. That was fun back in the day. I'm just having a look through here, seeing what else is going on. Oh, that's right. I did a few False Symmetry's UHCs. You just had to be on her Patreon. She did a monthly thing. So this is kind of interesting, I suppose, because to do that video, I had to, we had to join on Patreon, right? And then she would run this SMP at different points. What am I trying to say? UHC, not SMP. So I joined and whatever. And I had to get up at about 3 in the morning to do this. But I thought because it had the name False Symmetry in the video title, I might get some views. I was wrong. 147 views. I mean, it's not no views, but it was about the same as all my other videos were getting. So, yeah. And, you know, I'm just looking back. I mean, there's so many videos I made here that have like 100 views-ish, right, or less. But I still loved it, right? I really enjoyed the process of it, even at that time. As though people say to me, like, you know, what's your advice to getting into YouTube? Content should I make and stuff? And I always say, pick something you love, because you're not doing it for views early, or at least I wasn't, right? Some channels, sure, that might happen, but I think most people have to really grind it out before they get their break, you know? Anyway, it's kind of interesting. So we've got some like modded Minecraft stuff, some more stuff on False Symmetry server. Tropico, played that back in the day. Love that game. Very, very fun. Didn't do great for views, but it was fun, so that was good. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Okay, this was a big one for me. The Townie plugin tutorial. You can see there's 78,000 views. So that then became my best video ever when we did when I was doing this. I was like, this is awesome. As you see here, tried a few different things. My Airline Tycoon game videos did okay for me at the time. That was also a very fun game that I love to do. What else? Oh, here we go. So I got to do Bed Wars with False Symmetry. I did a collaboration with False where we did Bed Wars, which was huge. And I was like, oh my God, like this is going to be it. I'm going to be on Hermitcraft within 3 months. Still waiting. Didn't happen. No, but so I was like, yeah, you can kind of see from the thumbnail of this video, just around here, right? Sort of used False there quite a lot. Like her face made that quite prominent. Thought people might click, and it did okay, to be fair. 1,200 views, that's not terrible. This in 3 years, but still, it happened. But that to me was like, my dream back in the day was to get onto Hermitcraft, because I love Minecraft, I loved making Minecraft videos, and Hermitcraft was like the epitome of that, and I wanted to do that. So to be collabing with someone from Hermitcraft, and someone whose videos I very much enjoyed as well, you know, I was a bit of a fan, that was awesome. And then here we go, 3 years ago, I hit my 1K. And I did some special videos for hitting 1K. So it took me about a year, I think. Let's see, let me just click on this real quick and see, this will be around the time I hit 1K. February 15th, 2000, about a year and a month, right? About 13 months to hit 1,000. As I say, a lot of that was thanks to Hunter. Don't think I would have done that without him. But yeah, it was kind of interesting. So I'm just scrolling through here, and for a while, my channel did a whole lot of nothing crazy, right? Just basic, like the odd video here and there that would get some views, but most just like, you know, not doing much basically. And then it started to change, and it started to change with this mod pack that I did here, FTB Ultimate, because it was a series that was actually getting views on a series rather than like just one-off videos, right? So episode 1 there, 7,700. Episode 2 had like 2,700, but then episode 3 got 16,000 because it was like tutorial style let's plays, right? So I got some big hitting like things going on there, which was really, really cool. Now, then it happened, right? It happened. So you can see here I've got my gold farm video and my how to get to the Nether roof video, and you can see like 149 views. Then 11,000 views, then 345,000. So all of a sudden, like, boom, I had these videos, right? And the two of them were kind of linked and stuff. And both, as you can see, did really, really well. So that was like when things started to get exciting. Then it took me a while to like do that again. But I started to figure out what I need to do. And this video right here will always mean so much to me. Break Bedrock in Minecraft, because whereas the other two, these two up here, had done really, really well and were getting great views and stuff, nothing I'd ever done had come close to this one, which was a tutorial on how to break bedrock in Minecraft. At the time, I think it was Minecraft 1.14 or something. I'd have to check, but I've updated the thumbnail and title several times since because it was doing so well for me, so I figured I had to. But yeah, that video, man, when I made that video, I could not have predicted in my wildest dreams it would do what it did, where I'd wake up and overnight it had like 50,000 views on one video. And I was like, oh my God. And that was the first video that made me really think maybe I could do it, you know, maybe I could do it like longer term, full time, whatever. So very sentimental video, that one, and a huge turning point in my channel. Then from then on, went back to doing not a lot, got a couple of like odd hits here and there, like a Minecraft spawner farm thing here and all the rest of it. But you'll see through my channel, like there's a lot of stuff I put into making a lot of different videos here that did nothing, right? And I kept trying new things and seeing what would happen. Not a lot really happened with any of them for a long, long time. And so if you're out there, if you're making content yourself and you're worried about the grind or whatever, it does take some time. It really does. It's just the way it goes. But if you hang in there, you keep grinding, then I'm sure you will get there too. So around about this sort of time is when I really started to learn that I needed to do tutorial content, right? And you see here, like tutorial with big views. We've got like one here, another one here, another one here, reasonable one there, another one here, another one here, another one here, right? So I started to learn how to do YouTube, basically, at this point, how to actually get views on my videos. And that was awesome. And it was during this time I started to build and build and build. And then I was really like, okay, you know what? Maybe I could one day do this full time. If I could get it where every video was getting views like this, then I could definitely do this full time. And this is Mine Colony as well. What a huge turning point this was as well. So I was doing these tutorials, I was starting to get some traction, then this happened. And to have a series that had this many views, I haven't recreated this in Valheim. That's how big that was. So, you know, Valheim has done huge things to my channel, but a lot of it was just tutorial videos that were sort of one-off videos, but I just made a ton of them, right? Whereas this was an actual like playthrough series where you'd have a reason to watch episode 1, then episode 2, then episode 3. As you see, like 500,000 on the first episode, 175K on the second episode, you know, and then about 100K we were getting on these Mine Colonies videos. Then it dropped down to about 60K. It always drops off, right? But it was doing very, very well. And for me at the time, that was massive. And I think if I hadn't had that series with the success it had had and all the rest of it, I wouldn't have made the decision I made about a year and a half ago to say, I'm going to give YouTube a go for 12 months full time. See how I can go with it and if I can actually make it full time. You know what, let's go see on one of these Mine Colonies videos. Let's watch one of these videos, see how this sounds. Let's go on to episode 1 here, go right to the start and see how this sounded.
Buddy, this is Kysen here and welcome to a brand new series starting on my channel today. This is a modded Minecraft series, but it's not a...
So you can hear the audio jump, right? It's a much better quality than it used to be, and hopefully what you're hearing coming out of here is much greater quality than this. So again, continuous improvement, right? Kept on improving. My original, in fact, you know these things, these Apple, iPhone, whatever, earbuds? Yeah, you know, headphones. I don't know, those things. You know them. Those were... I used them for my early videos. That was my audio. So the little microphone bit on them was my audio. By the time I was doing this Mine Colonies, I had moved through doing a Yeti mic and then moved on to a RAZER mic. And that was the one I had right up until I got this mic, which is the Rode Procaster mic, which is my favorite mic so far, by far, but it's expensive. But yeah, so this was you can see the jump here, right?
Pack as such that you guys would recognize as I put this together with a friend of mine just to play really for fun. But the main...
That friend of mine was my brother, by the way. I don't know why I said friend of mine. Didn't want to admit that I was playing with my brother. I don't know. So yeah, now after that, just tons of Mine Colony stuff and whatever, right? And it's basically like, now I'm learning how to get more views and stuff, and I was making better content and whatever. And this carried on, and it was going okay. Now here we go. So my first ever Valheim video. Let's go have a look at my first ever Valheim video. It's this one right here, right? And see what this was all about.
So today, guys, I'm going to show you how to get started with the beginner basics of the Viking survival game.
I tell you, that Valheim music, oh, it's such nostalgia when I hear that. I love the soundtrack to Valheim, I really do. Some people have said, some other content creators, that when they're playing, that they've done so much playing on Valheim, they kind of get bored of it. I love it. I really do love it to this day. But this was it. So beginner tips on how to get started. I don't fully remember this video.
I'm going to jump straight into today by hitting start game. I've already created my character. This is how he looks. I won't show you because
I don't know about you guys. There's only a short sample there, but I feel like, so that was February last year, so literally about 12 months ago. I feel like I sound and come across a lot more confident now than I did even a year ago. Now, I don't know if that's just me and what I think. Let me know though, guys. I feel like I do. You can see here, the audio quality again was better, but not as good as this, right? And also the visuals. My visuals for Valheim look way better now because I learned how to do that. This is a bit dark and gloomy. But yeah, Ultimate Starting Guide. Was that the first Valheim video I made? I thought it was how to sleep in a bed. So I was wrong. Ultimate Starting Guide was my first Valheim video. There we go. Okay, cool. So yeah, and then look, a lot of you know about the Valheim journey from that point. You can see that, look, if we get this screen in just the right place, so that's where Valheim starts. So much Minecraft and Mine Colonies and stuff. That's all I did. Did this one Valheim thing, fell in love with the game, got the views and stuff, just never looked back, right? And this is how it went. And this one right here in particular, 940,000. It could be my first video to ever hit 1 million views, which would be just so cool to have one video with that amount of views. But that was my first, that was my best video ever on my channel to this day. So that's pretty awesome in itself. And yeah, so we just did tons and tons of Valheim content at that point. As most of you know, and probably why most of you are even here and listening to this in the first place. So I did some fun things like I opened stuff in the mail. I've got a PO box. People send me stuff sometimes. So I do stuff like that. But I'm trying to look where there was actually a video that wasn't Valheim. And I'm not finding one. There we go, 50K subs. Hit that 8 months ago. Oh my goodness. All right, so this is still Valheim. Blowing up my mega base. I did 7 months ago. Interesting. There we go. So here I did a bit of Minecraft content again, and this one got great views actually, so it was worth it. And some of these did okay, to be fair. The reason I did a bit of Minecraft content was sort of waiting for a Valheim update, and I was just like trying to fill the gap in content basically. But then as soon as it came out, as you see here, straight back into it, and yeah, have never looked back obviously since then. And then this should bring us pretty soon. Yeah, here we go, the Valheim guides. We're almost up to date. And there we are, to the one I did one day ago. and that's the journey. And you can see the difference in thumbnails and stuff now as well compared to what it used to be. You know, things have come on a long way on my channel, I like to think. And yeah, it's kind of weird to look back on actually. So a trip down memory lane. So weird to watch some of the old stuff I did. And just to think back on what this 5 years has been like in different ways, obviously through YouTube and a bit of Twitch, and now streaming on YouTube, and all those different experiences and people I've met and stuff. And then all the other stuff that's gone on in my actual life in the last 5 years. And it is pretty crazy to think, you know, my first ever video, I was recording it on a laptop. It was a Mac, so it took me a while to figure out like how to do a screen record and editing and stuff on Mac. And I told you I had the really terrible headphones. Yeah, that was fun. And I was sat in the same room as my brother. So I just had to be like, hey, be quiet. I'm going to do a recording in a sec. All right, good. Did my recording. All right, you're good again. Just like, yeah, because we used to share this office and that's where I did it from, which was, yeah, funny to think compared to the setup I've got now and everything that's happened. One of the best things about YouTube for me, might be the best thing actually, is the people I've met. It's been fantastic. Thank you all so much for watching, for supporting and commenting and just believing in me as well. Sometimes that belief has really helped to get me through and push me on, and I do really appreciate it. I'm sure there'll be things that you were probably hoping this video might cover that didn't. I didn't really know what to do for it. I said I was just going to ramble on a little bit, do something a little bit different. If you would like to talk about that or ask me any stuff, whatever, obviously my streams is the best place to do that. And yeah, we can talk about stuff like that. So I didn't really know what to do. There will be some fun stuff coming up, like the name reveal, and that'll be a fun stream as well. And perhaps in that stream, I'll look at doing some other things live, right? That'll be, I don't know, reacting to videos, or like if you guys want to ask questions or talk about stuff, we can do that then. Again, my Discord will be the place for that. I'm going to tie it in with the launch of the new Ravenheim, I think. So yeah, I'm just waiting on some things to be organized and then I'll do that, but it should be fun. Guys, I can never thank you enough. There's so many of you and it's just me. And you know, there's so many of you that have, like I said, watched my videos or commented or in other ways helped me out. And it really means a lot, and I don't think I'll ever truly be able to convey what that means. I try to just, you know, look at it as got to do my best with getting the best content out there I can, the content that you guys want to watch, and that sort of thing. But it really does mean a lot, and thank you so much for everything. Here's to hopefully the next 5 years. Hopefully in 5 years I'm still doing this. Hopefully in 5 years I'll come back and react to this video and we'll see like what was going on in my life now as opposed to 5 years time. So hello, 5 years Kysen. I'll actually be able to say my real name by then because name reveal coming soon. So that'd be cool. All right, I've rambled enough. I'm going to go now. Of course, there's dad jokes in this video. There has to be. All right. What I'll do, I'll try and tell some of my favorite dad jokes over the last year, the ones that really stand out in my mind, if I can think of them. But anyway, thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day. Look forward to seeing you in the next video or stream. And yeah, bye. Here come the dad jokes. What do sea monsters eat for lunch? Fish and ships. What do the movies The Titanic and The Sixth Sense have in common? I see dead people. A slice of pie costs $3 in Jamaica and $2.50 in the Bahamas. Those are the pirates of the Caribbean. Why do deep sea divers fall backwards out of the boat? Because if they fell forwards, they'd still be in the boat.